Hey, look, games coming out nowadays, they've been looking weird. Like, it looks like they've been having an orgy of different games going on. Do you know what I'm saying? So, this game right here, I've seen a lot of people calling it the Woocock. Do you know what I mean? The Woocock syndrome. You know, people call it the KFC Kratos. If you guys haven't paid attention yet, so this game was revealed for the first time we've ever seen it in the PlayStation State of Play. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks like it's a mashup of different other games we've had, previously. Going from Wukong to God of War, especially, it's literally a big ass chicken. You playing as a big chicken, slashing people up, right? So, what's the information we know so far about this game? So, Project Windless is being developed by Krafton, so the company best known for PUBG. This is a game very different. Instead of a battle royale shooter, this is a story-driven fantasy RPG set in a massive open world. The game is inspired by a famous Korean fantasy novel series called The Bird That Drinks Tears. Okay, so it's coming from a story, like a fantasy story, so they're making it into a video game. And this was written by Lee Young-do. However, it does not directly follow the books. Instead, it takes the place around 1,500 years before the event of the novels, in an ancient and mythical era. So the Project Windless, as much as or as weird as it could look, I ain't gonna lie to you, this game is tickling my interest. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to playing this. You know, the massive battles, like I don't know how often we're gonna see this, massive scale battle going on, but this looks amazing. This is one of the games I'll probably most likely play on my PC. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it's gonna have a lot of things going on the screen. You might probably require like a system that can run the game perfectly. So in Project Windless, you play as a powerful warrior from the race called Rekon or Rekon. I don't know how to pronounce that. So the Rekon are giants, built like humanoids. Your character is known as the Hero King, and he fights using two powerful swords. Combat is fast, intense, and focused on skill. They haven't showed anything in regards to in-depth in gameplay, because obviously it's way too early, so we're not going to see any of that as of now. So all we're going with is what we can see on the surface. The world of the Project Windless is fully open. Players can explore freely, discover hidden secrets, take on quests, and interact with different races and factions. The story will focus on war, alliance, and the shaping of kingdoms. So your choices are expected to have an impact on how events unfold. This is technically, I would say, it's kind of like a mashup between God of War, Black Myth, Wukong, I don't know what other games can I throw in there. Like it feels weird, and this is the type of games that are up in my alley. If your game looks weird, quirky, or maybe like looks something totally different I haven't experienced before, I'm definitely gonna be into it. And obviously, as most of you already know, the game is built using the Unreal Engine 5, which means we can expect a high quality graphics, detailed environments, and impressive visual effects. I know a lot of you out there don't like the UE engine. I think a lot of devs have been incorporating this in the games for the past, I would say, 10 years now. And for the most part, it turns out to be pretty good. You know what I mean? What's the game again? Hogwarts Legacy was built on UE engine. I think UE engine 4 to be precise. So every now and then, it totally depends. Like if you're making a totally brand new game from scratch, a game that no one has ever played before, like a totally new series, and use UE engine 5, we wouldn't really care as much. But if you go to make a game that we already are quite familiar with, like on a franchise that we've already been playing for so many years, and you use the UE engine 5 or the UE engine in general, most people are gonna show kind of a disgust to it, because they're just used to the engine from that developing studio. Like let's say, for example, if The Last of Us, if sequel to the game comes out using Unreal Engine, I think a lot of people are not going to like it, because it will totally change the way the game performs, the way the game feels, and that Naughty Dog engine that we're all familiar with. But with that being said, so at the moment, Project Windless is confirmed for the PlayStation 5, so it's going to be coming out as well on the PC. So there are reports that it may also be coming on Xbox, but no final confirmation has been made yet. There is also no official release date, so this could be spanning towards like the next 5 years or so. I would say that's roughly how long games normally take to come out nowadays. So I'm saying like in the next 5 years we could get more about this game. So overall, the Project Windless looks like an ambitious fantasy RPG. I kind of want to see how deep they're gonna get into the RPG elements of the game. It's too early to emphasize right now or to speculate. So in my opinion, it's looking pretty good. Very promising. I like the large scale battles. I can't remember the last time I played a game that had like a large scale battle. So I think this is gonna be an amazing experience if they can pull it off. If you enjoy open world games, epic combat and rich fantasy settings and etc., chaotic battles and whatnot, then probably this game will be up in your alley. But with that being said, this is basically all I have about the game. Like it's just people making memes about it. You know what I mean? Wukong, KFC Kratos. I think that's gonna be the title of this video. But anyways, yeah, with that being said, I just want to say my thoughts on the game and also put out other information I found about the game. But with that being said, if you like the video, leave it down in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys in my next one. We out.